Welcome to DrVoIP training. This brief training segment is from the DrVoIP ShoreTel 8 administration video series. The complete 15 hours of training is available online or on DVD at drvoip.com. Let's meet our coach, Peter Buswell. Known throughout the telecom industry as DrVoIP, Peter brings a wealth of experience to his training sessions. He has worked in telecom since 1970. He's worked exclusively in VoIP since 1998. He's a VoIP entrepreneur with 3 venture capital-backed businesses. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Information Technology Management, plus certifications from some of America's leading communications companies. Let's join one of Peter's training sessions now in progress.
ShoreTel has out of the box a number of default user groups. They're arbitrary. They don't really mean executives and staff and managers, but that's not an inappropriate declaration to make. We may have a group of people who should have a set of features that is more encompassing, more global than another group of users. A call center supervisor might in fact have features that are different than a call center work group agent. And this is basically where we go ahead and set that up. So I'm going to select one here at random, executives, and we're going to figure out what makes this an executive class of service. Now, if you recall, if we just went quickly back over here to classes of service, you see telephony, call permissions, and voicemail permissions. And when you go to the user group and select a particular user group category, you see these same class of service characteristics. And in fact, if I want to know what the class of service voicemail for the executive group is, well, it's currently set to a large mailbox. What does that mean? Well, by clicking on Go to this class of service, it basically takes me to that class of service definition for mailboxes. And in it we can see that the incoming message length has been set to a default of 480 seconds. I can have up to 60 incoming messages. I can have an outgoing message length of 240 seconds. And we can go about setting delete saved or unheard messages after a certain number of days, delete heard messages after a certain number of days. This, by the way, these categories here are almost absolutely guaranteed to be new to you if you're on something other than ShoreTel 8. Lifespan of the voicemail password. Many people like to force their users as a good practice to change the password every so often. So you can go ahead and set this for, let's say, 90 days. Give them a little warning before that's going to happen. We can select how long before that expiration date. They'll get a little warning indicating that they better be prepared to change it. Should we allow them to be in a distribution list or access distribution lists? Should they be allowed to have voicemail notification? And should notification also include the ability to send that to an external number? So again, this was in a user group setting for a class of service called executives. And we see that executives have large mailboxes, their calling permission is no restriction, and they're fully featured. And again, I just want to cross-reference this user groups with the actual class of service by having you understand that we can go into call permissions or voicemail permissions here for a large mailbox. We get that same menu again, and I can go ahead and and change this. So if I want to, I can create a new category of voicemail. I can do that by copying this one. And like I said, the sales team wants huge mailbox. Okay, so in a huge mailbox, we're going to let them have an incoming message of 1,200 seconds. Obviously someone wants to leave an order, and clearly salespeople, 60 messages is not enough. We need 120 messages, and I want to be able to just be very verbose and give lots of good ShoreTel demonstration, feature definition, and excitement in my outgoing message. So I'm going to make sure I can at least have a greeting that's 500 seconds long. And then, you go about setting the various parameters associated with the, message hygiene, how long to keep a message unheard, how long to delete it if it's been heard, what's the lifespan, etc., and whether or not they have access to notification or distribution lists. And when I go ahead and save that, whoops, must be between 30 and 2,000 days, huh? That's because I had the box checked. So I'm sure the same is going to apply here. So let me go ahead and uncheck this box. So if we now go back to classes of service for voicemail permissions, you can see that we've got a new one here called huge mailboxes. So you can create your own definitions. And as I said, ShoreTel does a really good job of defining these for you.